Okay, let's try doing some commentary for this 8-ball game between Kieran and Michael. Looks like Kieran started with a nice break. I don't know if he made anything, didn't see. See who comes to the table first. Looks like, okay, so dry break. Right away you gotta think stripes looks better because there's a 2-ball cluster of solids. Solids also not too bad because that's a pretty easy cluster to get to from the 2-ball, maybe even from the 6. But I'd probably play for stripes first, not take this as my opening shot. Yeah. So the problem with the choice here is that if you play to break this up, you don't really have a guaranteed shot to shoot next. Because you're coming in from underneath it, you're bumping both balls up table, and all the pockets up table seem occupied. So unless you try to go like 2 rails to bump the 7 on the side, it's a bit dangerous. And of course, there's no guarantee you're going to hit it anyway. So I probably would have taken stripes, and yeah. Now, the good news is you freed your ball up, so that puts some pressure on Kieran to not miss. Alright, so Kieran's going to start off. Try to probably go in between the 2 stripes on the right hand side and probably land a shot on either one. Just a straight follow. Yeah, just like that, but he did not pocket the ball. So, probably a little bit lucky there in the sense that he didn't really leave you much to shoot at. Or leave Michael much to shoot at anyway. Can't tell if the 3 goes, probably not. Can't tell if you can shoot the 2. If you can, that would be good. I guess that's what you're doing. So here I wouldn't try to do too much with the cue ball. Just stop it, play the 7 up table. Oh, you played a safe, yeah, so maybe you couldn't see it. It's a very dangerous safe though, because he's got a ball hanging. Kieran's got a ball hanging up in the corner. So let's see who can take initiative in the first rack. No choice but to shoot that hanging ball. Yeah, hit it pretty nice, but I guess caught a little fat. That's why the cue ball died. But that's just fine because you got one more shot that's essentially the key one to winning the rack. I mean, you got the 9 that's a problem, but you'll probably figure out a way to solve that at some point. Okay, both guys off to a slow start. So here, really no choice. Got to cut this 5 in. Cut it with a bit of left English. Just keep the cue ball heading towards the rest of your balls down table. Maybe you can even bump into the 1. Wouldn't be a big deal if you did. Really want to make sure you hit this at a good speed, and worst case block the pocket if you miss, but should be able to make this. Yeah, nice shot. Bumped the 1, but not in a good way. So it's a bit unlucky. Now you're either looking at the 6 or the 2. Hard to tell how tough the 2 is from the camera angle. But maybe from here you can try and somehow hold position for the 1 ball. Yeah, so now you're in a tough spot. Here I might just play safe, like literally roll up on the 2. Or you can even play the 1 and then block the pocket if you miss, but rolling up on the 2 I think is the right move. Oh, he went for the bank, getting aggressive. Yeah, the bank, I don't know, I think the layout's too tough. Like, even if you make the bank, you're still gonna have to work pretty hard to run out. So all out in the open for Kieran. I think the 9 passes. I think you just got to start with whatever's easiest. Either that's the 11 in the side or the other ball up table in the corner. I wouldn't necessarily start with the 9, but I guess you can if, I mean, it's hard to tell. It doesn't look like, maybe it's not that bad of a cut. Yeah, hit that sweet. Should be out from here. Say follow up table, get rid of the 2 balls up there. And then, you can use either one of those other 2 as your key ball to get position. A little bit of the wrong angle, but I think there's enough space between the 10 and the 1 that you don't really have to worry too much about it. Yeah, I think it's actually pretty good. Now that I look at it, looks pretty good. Yeah, so here, I think Kieran's doing the right thing, checking exactly where he needs to be. Sometimes you take these shots for granted. You think, oh yeah, the ball's so close to the side pocket, I'll just play position for anywhere. And then suddenly, you're at an angle where you have to send the cue ball all the way down to the bottom rail and do all sorts of fancy stuff. Where if you play a bit more precise, it's much easier. So I'm hoping that that's what he wanted to do, and that the 11 passes. But if the 11 doesn't pass, then that's a bit of a bad shot. Yeah, it looks like Kieran's struggling because it's kind of 50-50 between whether it goes or it doesn't go. Yeah. That was unlucky. I think he only missed position by a hair. So somebody's got to take this game. So first shot 3, then maybe I go to the, if the 7 goes, yeah, definitely take the 7. Never mind. Thought it didn't go. Okay. You're gonna key off the 1. Can't really go wrong here no matter what you choose. Might even have tried to key off of the 2 and play position for the 1 from the 3, but this is fine as well. Trouble with this is if you're going sneaking behind the 8 ball, you might not get the angle you want on the 1 and hit it way too soft. Yeah, so right idea here is to play it in the top left. That way, it's kind of a free shot in a way. If you leave it over the pocket or close enough to the pocket, and the cue ball's going to go all the way down table, you'll leave Kieran something really difficult. Don't want to baby this. You want to play for position to the 8 in the top right corner. Yeah, just like that. So, if you hit it, you have a shot on the 8. If you don't hit it, at least Kieran has to really come with a good one to take the game. Obviously, blocking the pocket would be better, because there is a safety you can play here if you don't want to shoot, right? You can just roll the cue ball to the left rail off of either one of those other 2 balls. Yeah, see, but he hit the 1. Yeah, I was going to say that's fine because you leave a bank, but yeah, that's a pretty careless mistake. Alright, so it looks like Michael's going to take this game. If every game is like this, I'm not going to do the commentary because there's too many misses. Alright, so let's see what happened there. That was obviously not what you wanted. So you're hitting low, which I don't really see the point. Yeah, so low kind of killed the cue ball for you. I think that shot, you just got a pure right spin. You should easily be able to catch both the short and long rail to get position on the 8. But, you got a shot. Okay, nice stroke, confident. 1-0 for Michael. Game number 2. Fast forwarded a bit past the break, but looks like it was a Unsuccessful break, dry break. 15 balls still on the table, plus the cue ball. Kieran does not have a good opening shot. Maybe you want to take this combo on. It's probably the easiest shot available other than the 7. But I'd rather be stripes than solids because the 8 ball only has one pocket, or maybe, 2 pockets to go into if you're playing solids, whereas if you're playing stripes, you kind of always have that as something in your back pocket that your opponent will have to get really good on the 8 to make it. So yeah, you take this combo on. If you make it, then you get the choice that you want. If you don't make it, then it's still a tough-ish run out. And that was hit really nice by Kieran. So what do you do now? Got the 11 ball there. I like drawing straight back, and you can kind of afford to hit this with too much draw, because if you land on the 9, that's what you want. But if you overdraw it, you have the 11, you have the 15. So just straight back. Yeah, that's nice. Really nice opening couple shots. And now the 9 goes in the corner. So pretty much out, in the clear here. I think, yeah, you roll this, maybe bump the 2 or roll past the 2 for the, I guess that's the 9 on the left side next. Yeah, very nice. Definitely want to get rid of that ball up table at some point. If you leave it for your last ball, it's not the end of the world. What sucks is to get this 9 ball into play position, you might have to cue over the 2, which is really awkward. I might not even bother with that. I might shoot that 13 in the corner straight away now. Yeah, see, I don't like this. Because yes, you have the 13, but now you've kind of lost control of what's going to happen next. You're going to bump the 8. You're going to bump the 14. Might still have a tough shot after. Yep. Well, Michael's got essentially a situation where you have to run out. Like, you cannot afford to miss. Can't really hide anywhere, I don't think, with that ball hanging over the jaws of the corner. And you got a 1 ball that doesn't have a pocket, so tough start. But start with the 7. Hit a nice follow. Maybe you can even get the 1 out. You can't really over follow it, right? Because you'll have a shot at one of your many balls up there. Yeah, just like that. That was good. But obviously you missed the shot. And you've landed in one of the few places where it's safe to land. Because I don't think Kieran can shoot the 15. It's at the 15, I think it's 13. You could probably shoot the 14 and potentially make both, but you don't really want to make both here, right? So yeah, play it soft, yeah, just like that. And you made the wrong one. That's okay. Still got a ball close to a pocket, so hard for Michael to play safe, and didn't leave an easy shot. Didn't leave an easy shot at all. So what do you do in this situation? Do you have anything to shoot at? I mean, as crazy as it looks, I might cut the 7 in the top right. Again, if you block the pocket, then you've suddenly made it so that Kieran can't run out and he doesn't have a ball to shoot. Looks like you're playing some sort of safety. Also not a bad idea. Probably a better idea. Yeah, that works. That's actually better than what I was thinking. So Kieran's kind of stuck here. Get the jump cue out. Jump at this ball that's hanging in the corner. Does kind of lead to the next ball, but then you're looking at, back to back to back tough shots. What else can you really do though? You can jump at the other ball and try and send the cue ball down table. You can jump into like a safety situation, so jump and not try to pocket that ball down table. So what's happening? You guys are talking about something. I think the jump cue's out. YouTube is loading the video. Yeah, I might as well call it, but I'd almost aim not to make it. Might aim to kick behind it or something, but oh, masse, very nice, but caught it too thin. Oh, I'm double unlucky with the scratch. Okay. So golden opportunity for Michael here. Straight away you're thinking, I gotta knock this one out. 7 is the most obvious ball to use. You can also think about using the 6, because if you use the 6, then the cue ball's tracking in the direction of your 2 ball. Yeah, I mean, you really gotta make sure you get there. Good news is, you landed on the 6, so you can do it now. Bit steeper angle though than what you would have had if you'd hit ball in hand from there, but anyway. Should run into one of those 2 balls, probably the one directly. Yeah, good. Now, you're kind of fucked. Gotta shoot this 4. No choice. Do or die on this shot. You make it, should have position on the 1 or the 2. You miss it, you sell out the rack. Oh, it drilled it. Clutch. So yeah, it's all pretty much connect the dots from here. It would be nice if you could leave the 1 for last. Yeah, it looks like you're going to be able to. Oh, fast forward, so I assumed you were going to clean up, but somehow you missed this. What were you trying to do? Did you try to go up and back down? Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. I might have just slow rolled it or even pulled back. I think you had a good enough angle where you didn't need to send the cue ball on such a journey. So yeah, Kieran's got it now in his hands. I think the 8 goes in the side, so you start up table, then you play the 14 and the 8. I mean, if you don't like the shot on the ball up table, I guess you can play this, but your best position is probably around where you are now, like maybe a little bit more to the right, so what's the point? You're probably not going to get a much better shot. I don't know how good you hit it, but yeah, I mean, is that really that much better than what you had before? You're closer, but you have more angle now. So you gotta, like, you know, draw past the side pocket and then back over for the 8 in the side, or come twice across for the 8 in the corner. I think I like maybe twice across for the corner, so you don't have to worry about scratching. Yeah, it's a slow start for these boys. Both not playing too well at the moment. So 1, 3, 2, easy peasy. Miscue. Might have to give up on this commentary. Nah, it's okay. You guys will pick it up, I'm sure. Alright, just make it. That's all you gotta do.
Schmuck Z's down.